Okay, so you have your generic web analytics, knowing what has happened in the past and assessing trends and patterns. Now what? Well, there's multiple ways to keep adding onto the data you have now. A/B testing, surveys, user testing, social analytics, and more. But we'll just go through the ones I just listed to keep it short, but just enough for you to work off of. A/B testing is when you can split your audience into groups at one point in time and show each group different experiences online. You can then assess if the behavior between groups are different. Usually one group has a control where nothing has changed, all normal to what was there originally. And then the other is a treatment. Something has changed. So on top of that, not just use one treatment, but multiple treatments at once, which is called multivariate testing. But A/B testing, multivariate testing are interchangeable. They're usually used to test different design layouts, product offerings, placements, all related to user behavior, user experience. The idea is to see if the changes affected conversion rates or engagement rates, your end goal, right? So this is to ensure that the incoming change will have better results than the current state before completely committing to the change 100%. For the marketing sense, you can try A/B testing with different campaigns, test a couple different copies or creatives, and see what happens to each one for the same campaign. Were the click-through rates much higher? How about total conversion rate? However, remember to be patient with the data. You need to have enough stability and less volatility to properly assess if it was good or a bad change. Many times, marketers will keep the test on for a week and only get 0.5% of the traffic, and then completely implement it 100%, then the results aren't the same. So you need enough traffic in comparison to your usual amount to see if the results stay consistent. Then you can continue to direct your marketing strategy the best way possible. Surveys and user testing are ways to understand the why and how the user feels a certain way going through your brand experience. So surveys are a little bit more direct in that you can ask questions and they have limited answers to choose from, like ratings from 1 to 10 and such, so you can apply a quantitative approach to it as well. It's easier to also categorize the answers, but it's also harder to gather high-level insight on open answers. So user testing is a better way to capture that, even though it's a smaller sample. It helps in giving real feedback as users navigate through their platform, and as they're navigating through the platform, they can narrate as they move through and record the entire experience. This really helps you understand what they're truly thinking. Maybe you'll get some suggestions to improve the experience as well. Next up, social analytics. So I mentioned it in the social video, and many people overlook this, but there's a lot of value in utilizing social analytics. Yes, there's high-level performance, but the value comes in understanding common words that are being shared across social, common sentiment, how users feel towards a brand as they comment. So there are many tools out there, but the query and sentiment part is what you should be looking for. Imagine being able to query all of social media just like how you do with Google, but with numbers attached. So how many people are writing about a topic? What are they saying about the topic? What's trending? This is where you can really find out about your audience on a deeper level and interact with them perfectly. Lastly, audience insights. This is where the third party comes into play if you don't have audience insights yourself in your first party. But if you can get general demographics and also couple that with interests of your target market, you can market to them effectively. There's definitely a lot of noisy tools out there, but pick the one best for you to understand how you can approach these people. Then you can merge all the data into a data management platform to your first party data to really personalize your experience for all of your consumers, because you can identify each visitor profile with all the information that you gathered at once. So know what to email to them, how to offer them certain products, and more.